afternoon, Archana.
Good afternoon, Anisha.
We thank you for your presence over here today in giving us an insightful presentation on prescription to pharma sector for the risks that are associated with pharma. And your presentation was very well accepted and very well appreciated by one and all. And can you please elaborate a little bit on why do you think it is a prescription for pharma risk, and why did you choose to come here?
First, let me thank Bombay Chamber of Commerce to invite Insurance Institute to share our thoughts on this subject. The reason why I called prescription is whenever doctor writes any prescription, it's up to the patient to take it or not to take it. So it's something I'm just opening up one insight into industrial always, that okay, this is the thing which is available and it is according to our insight, it's the best drug available for your
best
problem.
Product available, yeah.
Best product available, best drug available, and it will be useful to you and it will cure your illness. But the reason I call it prescription is because it's up to the patient to take it now. So it's up to pharma industry in this case to use this knowledge for their betterment or not to use that knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well thought and very well put across to all of us. We think that this initiative, we also chose this initiative coming from you because Insurance Institute of India is the institute which has been looked upon for communicating our requirements to the industry at a large scale, and we are utilizing your medium, and the Bombay Chamber is utilizing this platform to create more awareness among pharma industry. So would you recommend this for the other industry as well? This kind of initiative you would recommend?
Now, Anisha, I would like to mention something there. That as a part of our Diamond Jubilee celebration, which we are celebrating this year, we are consciously working on this thing to create more informed buyer. We have certain standing in the insurance industry, not just in India, even outside. But when it comes outside insurance industry, what we are seeing is all industries are working in silos without actually communicating to each other and not learning from each other. So whatever the initiative you are taking here is, I think, a step in right direction, because it is very much needed. That I would say that not just for pharma industry, of course for other industry also, to create more informed buyer, and these kind of initiative or these kind of master classes will help you to create those the people who are risk aware. One should not be risk averse, but one must be risk aware, and which is the problem. Many a time the buyers are not informed what they are buying. They are just being pushed by insurance company or the intermediary to buy certain product which may not be the perfect product for their needs, because every industry, or in fact let me say every company, has their peculiar needs, so it cannot be addressed. But yes, they should be able to choose which is the best fit from the available product. So these initiatives will definitely help them to pick and choose these kind of product.
Let me congratulate you again on the Diamond Jubilee celebrations that our institute is having, and we again thank you for sharing such an insightful experience and thought with us. Last question I would like to ask is, do you suggest any more topics which can be of use for creating a better buyer awareness among the in the industry, or vis-a-vis the risk transfer mechanism? Anything else that comes to your mind when we want to achieve this kind of a complete awareness with regards to the buyer buying the right policy at the right cost?
I can suggest is, now we are seeing many people are going into this faceless service. Many buyers preferring faceless service, where they don't want somebody MR coming to them or some representative coming and selling them. So many people, slowly this e-commerce or online buying is becoming a call of new era. In such a scenario, the for companies, cyber liability is a new threat which they are looking at, and which I would say that we are just looking at the tip of the iceberg. So that is one area you can explore in future to make industry people aware about what kind of threat they are going through whenever they are planning for expansion through online mode or through e-commerce mode.
Okay, we'll definitely keep that in mind and arrange a session with an expert. This was in line with Talk to the Experts category, and we thank you again for coming over here and participating with us and sharing your experiences.
Thank you, Anisha.
Thanks, sir.